Hey, I wanted to. This podcast is about sugar, so I wanted to share a little thought that I just posted about on Instagram, and I'll lead with this disclaimer. I don't really care what you do. I don't really care what you believe. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to change the world. I'm just sharing with you facts, science, just basic physics and laws of the universe. And this isn't even for those people, really. I mean, it's for people who are like, man, there's gotta be a better answer out there. And people who are just like, they observe everything and they're like, so this all doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Basically, people who want to seek the truth because they just want to have more fun in their life and they want more enjoyment, and they don't really care about, what team they're on or what, method they follow or whatever, right? Like, people who aren't really defining themselves by the diet that they're doing, but people who are like, is there a way that I can get super shredded, super healthy, super strong, and eat foods that I want, like, and have fun? Because there's got to be a way, because I see some people doing it. What's the mechanism? So that's what I'm just sharing here. So the post goes like this, right? Minute 47 in, and we get into the post. The post goes something like, it's not what sugar does to your body, it's what your body does to sugar. And so here's kind of the premise here. Like, sugar is not like the only lens that we view things in is through the lens of the fat loss industry, diet culture, what other people are saying, and everything is just about, like, those things, as if like that's the only world that sugar exists in. Sugar is actually just a compound, right? It's just it is literally a bunch of atoms together in a certain formation that we call sugar. Okay, a lot of people still don't understand this, but sugar is a carbohydrate. Okay, all types of sugars are carbohydrates. It's like basic stuff. And it's important to understand these basic things, because otherwise, if you don't understand the basics, then you're very likely to fall for charlatans selling stuff, right? So now here's the thing. Like I told you, if you choose to think sugar is evil and sugar is the reason, blah, 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 like, cool, man. Go do your thing. I don't care. Doesn't matter, right? Like, it literally doesn't matter. And I'm not going to engage with that person and try to convince them, because I don't care, right? My energy is put into helping people who also don't care. They just want to find the answer. They just want to be able to do the things that, any person can and should be able to do. So, there's a certain amount of carbon atoms, hydrogen atoms, oxygen atoms in foods, right? And so if I have my notes in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, sugars, carbohydrates are a 6 carbon molecule, meaning they always have 6 carbon molecules, right? I don't remember off the top of my head what the hydrogen and oxygen numbers are, and quite frankly, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's collecting information doesn't matter if it doesn't change behavior, right? And that's what we want. We want behavior change. So all sugars are carbohydrates, and they all have 6 carbon atoms, so on and so forth. The body, the organ that influences the amount, or what happens to sugar when it comes in, is really the key here. What organ would do that? Well, if we observe, because here's like some of the context. We know people who eat a shit ton of sugar and they don't have health problems, they're not overweight, they look good, like they're able to, like they don't have diabetes, right? And then we also have people who are overweight, that's like something that pretty much everybody is like, can see. It's like, oh, if you're overweight, you're likely to have diabetes or get diabetes. Cool. You're probably pre-diabetic, whatever. Now here's the thing though. This is how you observe and come to better answers. If you pay attention, there's plenty of skinny people who have diabetes. So it's clearly it's not the fact that they're overweight. What is the pattern here? What is the thing that they have in common? Well, the thing that they have common is the organ that determines what happens to sugar when it enters your body is not functioning properly. And in this case, that organ is muscle. Muscle has the greatest impact on what happens when sugar comes into your body. Now that fits both of those criteria, right? Or both of those situations. Skinny people, don't necessarily you can be skinny and be weak, right? You can be skinny and not have a lot of muscle mass. And by the way, again, this is how I want you to look at things. Like, we think of muscle and protein only through the lens of, bodybuilders, powerlifters, fitness, workout. No, this is chemistry. This is chemistry and physics. So, muscle is the regulator, okay, of sugar when it comes into your body. Okay? Now, you don't need to know how it all works. Okay? You just need to see and observe what's happening, what are the similarities between people who get diabetes and what are the similarities between people who don't. All right? I eat a shit ton of sugar. People look at my MyFitnessPal diary, which if you want to follow it, you can. I also do MyFitnessPal diary breakdowns on my YouTube channel. So I would go subscribe there. Go look at my MyFitnessPal diary yourself if you want to see what's up. And I eat a lot of sugar. So how can I eat that much sugar and go to the doctor and the doctor's like, why are you here? Your like blood work is everything is like perfect health. Well, because I have isolated the variable that controls that. And it was inadvertent. It's not like I didn't go out to like build perfect health. I went out to look really, really good. Okay? And that's another episode, that's a different podcast, but like, looking good is very important. And people will sidestep that and say, I want to be healthy and this and that, and use that as their justification. But, what we really want is we want to look good in front of other people, and we want other people to tell us we look good and think that we look good. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. And so do you. Okay? Getting back to the topic, I eat a lot of sugar. What's the difference? The muscle mass, okay? So then we can move into, so now, like, if we logically work our way through here, okay? Now, we can kind of start to see, like, there's also people who can be overweight to a certain extent and also not have diabetes because they're really strong. They have muscle, they have activity, right? So remember, those things go hand in hand. Having muscle, having strength, being active, that will impact the sugar coming into your body. Okay? Now, I want you to think about this. You can have, if you don't have muscle and strength, the organs of health, as I think Dr. Gabrielle Lyon said that, I believe I got that from her, or Dr. Trevor Kashey. I will follow both of those people, by the way. But if you have a little amount of sugar and you don't have the machinery of muscle, right? The right machinery to process sugar, even if you have a little bit of sugar or a lot of sugar, it's gonna mess up your body. Your health will be impacted. Now, if you have tons of muscle strength and activity, right? It doesn't at a certain point, you can have enough sugar, but then you can't practically ingest that much sugar, right? Because you'll be full. So like you could not take in enough sugar to cause the damage because you have so much machinery and, think of it like a factory, like people working on the sugar coming in and processing it. Okay. You got a big factory, lots of machinery. Send in as much sugar as you want. It'll all be taken care of and processed correctly. Okay? So that's kind of how I want you to really start to think about things. And people get so butthurt about this. And it's like, look, you go ahead. Do your keto. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to have a conversation with you about it and debate you. Like, people pay me a lot of money for my opinion and my coaching. And those are the people that want to actually learn how the body works and look good and eat what they want and feel good and be strong. Look, and the strength method is called the strength method because of this reason, right? Not particularly because of sugar, but because having strength and muscle is the biggest impact, the biggest leverage point in your life, okay? You want better health? Build more strength. Build some muscle. It doesn't really even matter how much muscle you're building because people overestimate how much muscle they have or they're building and underestimate how much fat they have or they've lost or whatever, right? Like, that's not the important point. The point is do something that would cause your body to require muscle. And that's usually strength-based activities. And you could turn anything into a strength-based activity if you just slow it down and control it, right? So that's kind of the thing. Is like, if you're stronger, you improve everything. You improve your mobility. You improve your independence and health in old age. You improve your ability to eat things, right? You can eat more things. You can eat sugary things, whatever you want, whatever you feel like. Like, it makes you stronger in your, day-to-day activities. You have a stronger immune system. You have, your chances of all of these different health problems literally gets eliminated. Just observe. Look at the strong people that you know. What kind of health problems do they have? Right? Not many. So if we need to separate strength from the gym guys. It doesn't belong to them. That's just one way to build it. You could build strength in many different ways. Right? So, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a powerlifter. I'm a guy who likes to be strong and who likes to look good. I like to be able to do whatever I want. I like to run as fast as I can without getting tired. That's strength. Okay? So anyways, I wanted to just share that. Look, share this with people that are looking for the answers, that are trying to be stronger, leaner, healthier, and happier. All right. Now, I try to put out as much information as I can. Tons and tons of free content. Probably thousands of pieces of content over the years. Instagram, here, YouTube, wherever. But you can kind of piece it together. I do my best to try to make it all transparent. But if you want my help personally, okay, I don't work with a lot of people. Like I said, I'm not trying to change the world. I'm trying to change one person's world, okay? And so I work very closely, and I don't work with a lot of people. But if you want to see if that might be a good fit for you, go to the website, applywithranbir.com, www.applywithranbir.com. Ranbir. And let's see, maybe it's a good fit. Because look, I only do things that I have fun with, that I enjoy. And, I want to work, there's all kinds of people out there. I want to work with my people. Like the people who like to do, like who are looking for the way to do things that I've kind of discovered, which is, I like to have fun. I like to eat things. I like to be super ripped. I like to be strong, and I like to find out what's the minimum amount of time I can put in and be laser targeted and get the results that I want, and actually get better results than people who are putting double and triple the time as I am. So, anyways, you're always more than welcome to, tag me in Instagram if there is any insights that you got from this. Tag me at ranbir.sanghera. Okay, hashtag the strength method. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see you. I'd love to meet you. My people, it's a great community that I'm finding. Okay. Yeah. And I also, I have this is a thing that I've started recently for my clients, and I'm kind of opening it up to other people who want to be in my world and have a little bit more of a connection and access. Is I have a private Telegram channel, all right? Just my people. And every day I go in there and I drop insights and thought bombs and things that I'm literally thinking and doing each day that help me live this, okay? Because that's important. Like, you want to learn from people who are actually doing things the way that you would like to do them and doing the things that you want to do. So that's super cheap. Coaching is not necessarily the cheapest option, but being part of, that, being around people who are doing it is huge. And so that's only $20 a month. Be part of that channel, that private channel. I share what I'm doing. Everybody shares what they're doing and sends me updates and all that. And it's a lot of fun. And that's the most important thing. All right. And I share. So find me, Instagram at ranbir.sanghera. Shoot me an email, ranbir013@gmail.com. If you want to get in on that Telegram channel, or if you want to apply to see if coaching would be a good option for you, it's www.applywithranbir.com. I'll see you later.